Good afternoon, everybody. It's Miss Keish from Journey of the Word Ministries, home of every name known to God, where we are nurturing relationship, not necessarily religion, and are here for a teaching platform. Today we're going to discuss Galatians 6:8-9. It says, "The one who sows to please his sinful nature, from that nature will reap destruction. The one who sows to please the Spirit, from the Spirit will reap eternal life. Let us not become weary in doing good in doing good. For at that appointed time, what will reap we will reap our harvest if we do not give up." So that's telling us from jump that yes, there's going to be some work to do. Yes, there'll be a harvest to till. Yes, there'll be some struggles. But if you remain faithful and walk in the fruits of the Spirit, that you will have a bountiful, excuse me, my brain just went away. My fault, guys. Your crop will be bountiful at that time. So not crop for us, but it will be pleasing to the spirit, mind, and body and soul. There, these words used to describe life, describe our farming words. Farming is a job that's not made for everyone. A lot of us don't have the physical strength, the mental strength, or the determination to work on a farm. We don't even know what all goes into it because we walk into the grocery store for our chicken, our beef, for our broccoli, for our potatoes, for our greens, for our green beans, for our corn. Everything that we walk into the store to buy, every vegetable is planted by farmers. It's not some magic button they push and pop up, and it's hard work. That hard work depicts what we're going through in life. Life was never promised you to be easy. Jesus was crucified, so I don't know why you would think that you wouldn't be. And it's like, how to say, iron sharpens iron. If you don't have any situations where you have to develop any character or go through anything, you won't be able to withstand the fight. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. That being said, there are a lot of terms used in farming that are used to describe what we should do in life. For example, seeds. Seeds carry life. In your world is what do you want to come to pass in your life? What do you want to bring forth? So what type of seed are you going to plant to bring to premonition, to bring into reality, to bring into life for yourself? Like they plant the apple seed, broccoli, greens. Well, I had a garden with peppers and tomatoes. The tomatoes did horrible, but the peppers came up good. Bell peppers and jalapeno peppers. But in your life, what are you looking to see spring forth? So those are the seeds that you're going to want to plant. So the goals, the type of life you have, that's what you want to think about then. And so then once that's the seed, okay? You're going to plant the seed. If you're going to plant the seed, there's a lot of work that has to go behind it. You can't just say, oh, I want to be able to buy that $30,000 car by next year. You can say, oh, well, I want to be a better mother. Or, oh, I don't like my size that I am. And wake up in the morning, it's gone. There's some work that goes into that. The farmer has to till the ground. He has to make sure all the weeds are not there. He has to test the soil and make sure that it's good. He has to keep it all cleaned up in line. He got to wake up really early in the morning to do that. So whatever plans that you destine in your life that you want to bring to life and in existence in your life, what you need to do is take care of your day-to-day life. We're going to call your day-to-day life the tilling of the ground. What type of friends are you around? What type of books do you read? What type of shows do you watch? What type of time do you take with God? Where do you do with your free time? What do you feed your spirit or your flesh? I know it sounds simple. I know that it's not, but those are the things that you're going to be thinking about. What are you tilling into your ground? What are you putting in so that you'll get out what you're looking for in life? If you don't like something that you are or something that you're doing, you have to make a plan that you're tilling to bring forth the fruit that you want to see. So because you're going to sow what you reap. Remember that. So what are you sowing? Sowing is what you're putting into it to cultivate it. What you're making it to grow. Sowing is what you give out to what you're looking at, what you're giving in. So you know how they say you sow what you reap. So what you sow is what you're putting in, the actions that you're taking to see it come forth, or the actions that you're doing in your day-to-day life to other people or to yourself, to create the type of environment that you want to live in, to nurture your soul, to bring out the best you that's possible. That's sowing. All right, so you got your seed, you planted your seed, you tilled your ground. You know what you're sowing. That's what you've put in. The seeds you selected, the things that you selected in your life that you want to bring into fruition, that you want to exist in your environment. Harvesting. Harvesting is the time, the season when the crops come. And it's usually in autumn for the farmers when they get all their crops. They see what's come up with all the good hard work they put in. So you're going to have a harvest. But before you can do that, you have to go through the process of putting in the work to get where you actually want to be. So that's the reaping part. So reaping is what the farmer has gathered. It's like payoff time. Yeah, I've been working all year for that I can get this crop picked up, the rice, the corn, the greens, the potatoes, whatever kind of farm they have. They put in work all year, and now they're going to see the benefits of that. And that's the reaping. You see the benefits of your actions, and if you've been paying attention or reading the word or even trying to learn, that you're going to see what you're reaping, what you're seeing. It's a cause and effect. You put nothing in, you get nothing out. If I plant some flowers in my front yard and my neighbor plants the same flowers at the same time, but my neighbor goes out and picks all the weeds and waters the flower and makes sure it gets just enough sun, and I come out there once a week to mess with mine, their flower could be 3 feet bigger than mine. Why? Because I didn't put in any work. I didn't till no ground. I probably didn't even pay attention to what type of seed I was sowing. I just wanted it because it looked good. Let's say, I want a car. I know I can't afford the car. I don't have any extra income, but I see this car. I know I can get this car on my credit. I'm not worried about nothing else. So I go get this car. Get this car note. $400. The insurance is $250. Versus a friend of mine who got this car, which is the reason that I want this car, because she got a new car, so I'm gonna get a new car. She saved up money to buy her car. She saved up a down payment. She has money in a savings account for her insurance and her car note set aside so that it doesn't hurt her. She went and got a part-time job before she did any of this and started saving this money. So she works an extra 2 days a week and has been so ahead of time just to pay off her car note. Now I say I'm gonna go get this car and just figure it out. I ain't worried about it. I'm just gonna figure it out. So let's say I'm gonna do DoorDash. That's what I'm gonna do. And I just tell myself I'm gonna make enough money. It's gonna be all right. Don't matter. I get the first payment. All right, I made it. Second payment, I made it. I got sick. I can't go to work. My car got a flat tire. Ain't no orders coming in. You see, anything could happen. So now I got this car. I can't not pay the insurance. If I don't pay the insurance, they're automatically gonna pay the car. They're gonna take it because it's a new car. And if I don't pay the car note, they gonna take it. So I'm stuck. Why? Because I didn't till my ground. I didn't prepare the soil. I didn't get rid of the weeds. I didn't put in any work towards it. I just said, I want it. I'm gonna have it. Here it go. And now 6 months later, I lost it. And then it's probably embarrassing. And I'll probably tell a lie about what happened to it instead of admitting I didn't get prepared for that and I lost that car. Everything in life that you do, you need to be prepared for. No one, not a soul on this earth, owes you anything. Even if you've given them something, you don't owe them anything, because the Bible tells you to give where you see a need without the expectation of getting it back. So no one owes you a thing. If you want something in life, you have to work for it and work towards it. If you want a permanent blessing and not a temporary one, don't go around trying to take shortcuts. Farmers don't shortcut. Farmers who shortcut usually have a small crop. Farmers who shortcut sometimes don't have no crop, or their ground get froze over. And with us, that's the things that the hiccups in life, because we were not prepared, because we looked at our eye. We fed our flesh looking with our eyes, feeding off of greed. Greed can never be satisfied. Don't look at what someone else has and decide that it's for you, because what's for you is for you and what's for them is for them. There's no need to be envious or jealous, because they'll never get what gift was supposed to come to you. All you have to do is start putting the work in. Give God a small amount of time every day. And I say every day because it's really not that hard to give 5 minutes. You don't cuss somebody out today for 5 minutes. In your head, talk mess about somebody for 5 minutes. You can give God 5 minutes of your day. And I guarantee you, if you do it at the beginning of every day, it'll be a lot more beneficial than waiting to the last minute, or when you're stuck, or when you're bumping your head like, oh, and it'll be a lot better. You still can do it then, but at least when you do it then, you know you already said, good morning, Lord. Thank you for waking me up, because you didn't have to, and I don't deserve it. Take that time with God to start developing that relationship, because once you start talking to him, he'll start opening your eyes and you'll start seeing things differently. You may be missing the opportunities and doors that he's opening for you because you're walking on a low level trying to see where you can creep in at and get it done with the quickness. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Because anything that lasts needs to be developed. Anything that's built needs to be on sturdy ground. Your foundation, check your foundation. The word tells you that constantly. So you can't expect to benefit a great harvest that don't got worms in it, rot and all that other stuff, if you're not going to put any work in and move towards having a stable foundation, a stable environment, a good connection with God. And don't think for 1 second, if you want to grow a business, that business is not going to grow because your face is cute and your body is right, girl. That business is going to grow because you put work into it. Same for you, man. The business is not going to grow because you're tired of being broke. You can be tired of being broke all day long. You're going to still be broke if you don't get up at 7 a.m. and go do something with yourself. It doesn't matter. And if you're getting money and you're spending more than you're getting, that's nobody's fault but your own. Think about that. Start making things make sense. When you want something, get a plan and action going. See if it feeds your sinful nature, your selfish thoughts, or if it's something that will benefit and line up with the words of God before you move towards it. A healthier you is a good you. There's nothing wrong with that. And yes, everything that God does want you to have enjoyments and pleasures, but he doesn't want you to seek it overall. You would let that. If I decided that car that I wanted to, instead of realizing that I had made a mistake and letting that car go, if I wanted to put that car and that greed and that image over everything else I had, then it will start affecting my household. I'm making sure that car note and that car insurance get paid, but my kids might need some shoes, might be less groceries in the house, the light bill might be getting cut off, I might be shorting the landlord, which don't make no sense. Because the first thing you need to make sure is that you got a roof over your head and a way to work. You never want to sacrifice the roof over your head. Just start thinking about the things that you do. Don't expect anything to be easy. And remember, you got to put in the work. Whatever you sow, you reap. Your harvest will be plentiful if you sow to the Spirit. Remember, it said that if you are sowing into your sinful nature, you're going to reap destruction. And you do. Think about the consequences, the negative, sinful consequences that come from those little choices that really are not aligned with God. Stealing, lying, cheating, robbing, killing, selling drugs. All of it has a possible negative consequence that comes back from you. Remember, God sees everything. So even if you don't get caught doing it, he caught you and he sees you. And when you have to reap what you sowed by taking those sinful actions, trying to shortcut it instead of learning the life lesson that was given to you, it's going to be ugly, boy. Trust me. The last thing that I want to say is that God doesn't want anything bad for you. So trust him and trust the process, and make sure that you're putting in the work to meet your goals. And you can start off every morning by giving him just a couple of minutes. I don't care if it's on the car ride to work. I don't care if it's while you're brushing your teeth and washing your face. Just give him a few minutes. He'll truly appreciate it, and he'll see you and he'll hear you. And it does not matter what type of person you are right now, because the whole point is to change into something new. You want to sow into yourself, because your fruits reflect what you really are. So sow into yourself, take care of yourself, and get that relationship with God going where you need it to be. I hope you guys have a blessed week, and thank you for joining me. And I'll see you again in the middle of the week for that midweek message. Thank you. Bye-bye.